Signore e signori, bentornati sul mio canale, qui è il vostro Tono Kit che vi parla e oggi siamo tornati con Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, pronti per andare un po' a fare pozioni magiche con la signora Bozzena. Salve, posso... entro? Vado? Ah no, cosa che dovevamo fare? Noi occuparci anche del cadavere. Allora signora, a questo punto io direi saccheggiamo prima di tutto. Cappuccino, gambesone logoro, stivali solidi. Credo che siano diversi rispetto ai nostri. Vecchia calza braca trapuntata. Idromele. Pesce persico essiccato. Pretzel. Chiavi di porte e bauli. Possono tornare utili. Attrezzatura da fabbro. Bendaggio. Pettine in osso. Ok. Queste ce l'abbiamo già. Perfetto. Quindi abbiamo preso un po' di roba. Prendiamo il cadavere. E direi di andare... Abbiamo anche fame, Abbiamo anche fame. No, il ruscello di là. Arrivo, signora, arrivo. Arriviamo a fare la pozione. Prima andiamo a seppellire un altro cadavere. Al cinghialotto lo possiamo ammazzare, Facciamo un bello stufato di cinghiale, no? Non adesso, perché già tra la spalla dolorante e... I brutti ceffi che comunque continuano a starci addosso. Allora, scava una lascia giù. Ok. Ne abbiamo già sepolto uno lì. Ne seppelliamo un altro qua. Infatti erano 3 i punti dove seppellire, perché uno l'abbiamo lasciato andare. Non volontariamente, però forse è meglio che mandi un messaggio. Ok. Un messaggio a chi lo comanda. Giusto per fargli capire che non siamo gli ultimi scappati di casa. Per quanto ci abbiamo messo 3 ore l'ultima volta a tirar fuori l'arma. Ma dettagli. Comunque. Posto? Possiamo tornare su? Puzziamo. Perfetto. Ciao cinghialotto. Posso accarezzare? Ah no, è un maialotto. Non è un cinghiale, è un maiale. In effetti il cinghiale ci avrebbe molto probabilmente attaccato. Signora, arrivo. Allora, prima di entrare in casa ci puliamo perché, insomma, va bene tutto, ma... Controlliamo anche il... posto. No. Sì, ho capito che sta soffrendo, ma noi ci abbiamo fame, anche noi. Vai a fanculo, guarda te questa, con che... Avvia alchimia. Con quale cattiveria ci dice le cose. Allora. Ok, guarda nel libro. Il cotto di camomilla ricorda i passaggi da seguire. Per sfogliare il libro, prima per scorrere le ricette dell'erbaio. Senzio, Artemi... No, ricette. Ok, preparare Premiere. Ok. ID. Non sfoglia niente. Ah, ok, perché forse... Ok. Carso. Calensula. Ma devi stare calma! Camomilla. Questa? Uno nei campi... Ah, ma no, ma la ricetta... Aspettate un attimo, sto capendo una serie. Infuso di camomilla, questo? 2 per... Che cazzo è quello? Allora, serviranno del vino, 2 manciate di camomilla e una di salvia. Ok, versare la camomilla nel calderone. Stai calma! Devi stare calma! Versare la camomilla nel calderone e bollire per un giro. Versare la salvia e aggiungerla al preparato. Pestare la salvia e infine versare. Vedo un cazzo. Va bene. No, ho sbagliato, ho sbagliato. Allora, con calma.
First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
Allora, ogni pozione necessita di una base liquida. Le brocche che si trovano sullo scaffale a sinistra contengono le basi liquide. Seleziona la base giusta e poi premi E per versarla nel calderone. Era coso, giusto? Era vino. Nel calderone e bollire per un giro. Segnalo del vino. Quindi vino. Giusto? Sì. Nel calderone e bollire per un giro. Ok. La facciamo, con calma ce la facciamo. Olio, liquore. Devi stare calma. Cioè, giuro, io l'ammazzo sta vecchia, Ok.
So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame. So you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
Passiamo al calderone.
It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit.
Ok, collegare sul fuoco dopo un po' inizia a bollire. Farò bollire e dovrai soffiare sul fuoco usando il mantice.
Blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling.
Con mantice.
It's boiling. To keep it going,
Ah, fa andare quello che soffia.
If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up.
Madonna, signori, che complicatezza.
Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked.
Allora,
On the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
anche la bella donna ho raccolto, quindi mettila lì.
All right. Let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Allora, aggiungi 2 mancette di camomilla, getta nel calderone con E, così ne aggiungerai una manciata. Quindi una manciata. La camomilla. 2 manciate. Ok.
Turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts.
Ok, capovolgi la clessidra. Tac. Cadere sul fuoco quando inizia a bollire, capovolgi la clessidra di destra del calderone con E.
Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flame.
Ok.
All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Appunto, sabbia c'è scritto, ma davvero? Ma come sabbia dalla borsa? La salvia? Sul calderone. Premi E per macinarla. Ma salvia, non sabbia, ma ci volevano far ammazzare Hans. Qua al mortaio? Pestello? Mamma mia, il buon Harry, signori. Anche alchimista. Stai calma però, zia, perché davvero sta iniziando. Completano per decantazione o distillazione. Questo dipende dalla ricetta. Per andare alla pozione prendi la fiala dello scaffale a sinistra e seleziona il calderone tenendo premuto. Ok. Per distillare prendi la fiala e seleziona l'alambicco sotto il calderone tenendo premuto. E alambicco sotto il... va bene. Passiamo. Preparato quello che ci ha detto lei, non è che... Ma possiamo... Infuso di camomilla, prezzo 25. Possiamo anche rivendere. 2? Posso farne un'altra? No? Niente. Il ricettaio magico qua ce lo prendiamo.
By the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Ok, dormi fino al mattino, perfetto, quindi per oggi abbiamo dato. Qua la pulisce lei poi, signora, perché ci sono un po'... Oh, spada da caccia, non l'avevo mica vista. Il forcone qua possiamo prenderlo, no? Sto guardando. Dobbiamo dormire e mangiare. Ma signora ha messo su da mangiare. Brava, bravissima. Ah, è vuoto. Niente, o mangiamo dal nostro inventario, signori. Fatemi vedere se... Cos'è che abbiamo? Cos'è che ci dà? Dov'è che ci dà il C? Questo è il peso, credo. Questo, attributo principale. Quindi diciamo... Forza, agilità. C'è scritto quanta fame. Mangiamoci una mela. Oddio, non è che la mela ci dia... Pane, dai, mangia il pane. Ok, sparita l'icona almeno. Pronti? Dormi e salva. Ok. Quanto a lungo vuoi dormire? Un'ora? Sono le 18, 17. Fino al mattino ci ha detto, giusto? Ah, e ci fa vedere le statistiche. Cioè il sonno. Qua già al 100%, ma è 2 di notte, no? 60% di comfort. Cos'è quella roba lì? E poi c'è la fame giustamente che aumenta. Ah, più di 12 ore non si può. Vabbè, fino a domani mattina ha detto la signora, quindi bene così. 12 ore di dormita. Beh, siamo stanchi,
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it as a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise. Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Ringiovanita la signora.
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Oh, Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right.
Figuriamoci.
Too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Ma meglio di ieri, dai, sembrerebbe.
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
La spada di mio padre. No, come una splendida vergine, no? Mi impazzisco.
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered. It might sound strange,
Ci stava come risposta, eh.
but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all. And swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility. Or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
Thanks, Pavlina.
Sta roba da donnette, ma mi dissocio.
It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full
Grazie,
stomach will
perché è un
help
po' di
too.
languorino.
Breakfast is on the table. And I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Unisci agli altri per la colazione. Ma posso mangiare anche da qua? Scusatemi, ci ho preso gusto io a... Quando Harry sale, cazzo, non leggo mai. Devo leggere prima, poi pensare al resto. Vabbè, abbiamo già mangiato un pochino. Salve, buongiorno.
Look who's finally up. Henry.
Ciao, caro. Arrivo. A posto?
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am.
Anche noi, più o
Come
meno.
join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
All the more
Quasi,
cause
però,
for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course, I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll
Parliamone.
have some estate or something.
The
Ah, non
third
sarebbe
time.
male.
What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Solo dai cumani per farla breve. Sì.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had
And I...
No, ho sbagliato.
Oh,
made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
Tagliagori, mercenari ungheresi.
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Grande Ringhio, sempre allerta lui lì.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna Juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a
Vedi?
lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush. as a reward for saving me.
Un pony.
Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
Ah, but you never gave me anything for Townburg.
For Townburg? What was that about then?
Raccontiamo, facciamola breve a sto giro, dai.
Hans was badly wounded during a night raid on Townburg Castle, and I had to carry him out of the battle on my back, so he wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Gracious! Raiding a castle? That must be pretty wild, eh?
Indeed it was. Arrows raining down, outnumbered by hordes of foes mercilessly charging at us from all sides. I'm truly indebted to Henry for getting me out of that fix.
But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you
Giusto
hauled
per
me here?
sapere,
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for, but I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favor you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell.
Bravo.
What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zhelioth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you. For your journey.
Grazie, cara.
Bajena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything
Giusto.
you've done, Bajena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it.
Andiamo di
I want
là?
to thank you for that. Take this potion.
Ah, la grappa.
It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard
Grazie,
to brew.
cara.
With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein.
Ma la veniamo a prendere noi, non si
Take up your
preoccupi.
offer.
No, basta, scherzavo, non volevo parlare. Arrivederci, posso?
Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskowitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first
Prego, prego,
time.
parlate
I
voi.
know, but I was going
Fatemi,
past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there.
Pancetta.
And I succeeded.
Arrivederci. Ringhio, mi raccomando, tieni d'occhio. Dove stiamo andiamo, signor Hans? Ah, qua.
So it's no wonder folks buy.
Andiamo?
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
Gli altri nostri compagni saranno tutti morti, in realtà.
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
Dubito.
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right
Ah, fanculo, il cane lo vogliamo.
now. So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out...
Speriamo che arrivi qua con Ring, o almeno si fa un
I'd
amico.
expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a
Andiamo.
bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was... Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I tell you, I saw him there.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword.
Invece.
But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good.
Sì, ce l'abbiamo trovata da quello che abbiamo ucciso.
Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine. And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa. Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai! Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me! Look, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
No, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
The fuck was all
Ah,
that
ok,
about?
no, mi stavo preoccupando. 3 ore di
Tried to talk to me and
caricamento.
get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had
Trotskovits.
trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? Oh, I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Oh, ci dobbiamo cambiare, quello sì. Beh, per prima cosa.
First thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor?
Basta
Before we
chiedere,
get
no?
ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Service is kind of slow today.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off.
Ma come?
But me,
Ma che pezzo di
we've got no
merda.
message, no coin, nothing but our ragged asses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
Come siamo drammatici, però.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least.
Lo faremo, non ti
They were
preoccupare.
good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Bajenas. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Grazie, cara.
Cheers.
Non è abituato a lavorare lui, sai com'è?
What is it? It's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for.
I bear that witch. Wench! What I tell you?
What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word. That's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Siamo noi. Domando
Sorry to
scusa.
interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Stia calma. Là. Muoviamoci. Va bene? Posto così?
Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself. and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they
old
sent you
woman
for the
don't know
wine.
what to do with them.
Wait a more then. I'll be right back.
Her stewed lights.
Ah, mi scusi signorina, possiamo parlare gentilmente di...
Let's hear it. Right now. I'll ask her when she's in.
Sì,
Sorry
ci
to bother you,
distrae.
but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
No, signorina.
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
Ah. Li ho distratti da
You
te.
were washing laundry, and these bandits attacked you.
That's nice of you.
Ho sbagliato.
Helping some unfortunate girl. But it wasn't me. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Ma vedi sta
Here's your
stronza.
wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Signora, stia calma. Perché, non è giornata.
Standing here like a pillar of salt. Are you ready?
Pronto per?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you'll work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Paghiamo il nostro
Over there by
debito.
the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill.
Ok.
My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So
Non si
do it
preoccupi.
properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying for sure is less daunting.
Non sbagliare, schiacciare.
bandits in the woods.
It's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting
Stia
you to
calma,
work.
signora.
Clear?
Che
All right,
peso.
we'll do it.
E che
Glad to
cazzo.
hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Non diciamo tutto.
I ain't been further than the back of me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
Se chiediamo del
I
matrimonio.
heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bat-house wench.
No, chiediamo dove.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course.
Ok.
I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the old Jan Samin is the
Cosa
head of the
fai?
family? And his son's grown older. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Continua a appoggiare il dito troppo forte sul mouse e niente.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samine is his vassal.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there.
Non male questa info,
He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain. But he's
Fratello della sposa? Scopri di più sul matrimonio di Semin, perfetto. Com'è la vita qui? Questa è l'unica taverna qui dove dobbiamo portare i sacchi. Signora, che cazzo, dobbiamo portare 2 sacchi di merda. No, cioè non di merda, di farina dentro. Sì. Hans, andiamo a lavorare.
I talked to that woman from the pond. I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though. The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond. It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Berghoff is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest?
Perché ci sarà anche il Von Berghoff
will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list.
Semplice.
And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Mi inventerò qualcosa.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thing.
Ma non stai pensando a un cazzo di niente se non a mangiare tu adesso.
Ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone...
Ma non ti conosce nessuno qua.
Come on. Nobody will recognize you.
Maybe not now, but what about later?
Ma chi se ne frega?
My face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Oh!
Look, we're not in any position to pick and choose.
Che cazzo.
So if you want to somehow scrape your way out of this mess, you better forget your airs and graces and make some effort. A bit of honest work won't kill you.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states?
No, come reputazione ridotta.
Aristocratic excuse.
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work.
Ma che legge di Dio, ma vai a fare in culo, viziato di merda, ma guarda questo. Ha preso chiesa e ha preso nobiltà. E ha preso i 3 ordini della società e ha preso l'agricoltura.
It's a wonder your tongue isn't aching.
Bear in mind that I'm still your master. Enough of your insolence and start accepting your lot. In short...
Ma basta ridurre la reputazione.
I promise I'll make it up to you.
Ma porca vacca.
But you could give me a hand. It wouldn't do you any harm.
Ah, stop whining. You can manage. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all,
Once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as
Se sarai ancora vivo.
we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry, such is my nature.
Vai a fanculo, stronzo di uno. Dove cazzo sono i sacchi, signora, qua? Un sacco. Porca vacca. Dove cazzo li dobbiamo portare? Madonna, ma pesano un botto. Non riesce a correre il nostro... Dove vanno, signore, i sacchi? Merda. Ho sbagliato strada? No, qua vanno. Giusto? Uno su 5 da soli dobbiamo portare. E che cazzo. Ma porca di quella. Vabbè, allora, signori, facciamo... Ma stai buono. Signori, facciamo così, ci salutiamo qui per oggi. Io finisco di portare i sacchi perché non credo che succeda chissà cosa, ma nel caso è un attimo che rilancio la registrazione. Io come sempre vi ringrazio per la visione, vi invito a lasciare un like, un commento, a seguire tutte le altre serie sul canale, di iscrivervi se ancora non l'avete fatto e come di consueto col buon Henry e il buon Hans che sta lì a non fare un cazzo come al solito, ci vediamo... Ma è sparito? Ah no, è qua che sta parlando. Ci vediamo con un prossimo video. Alla prossima. Ciao ciao.